Sunday was Father's Day, and Mr. Eden received a new grill and an electric smoker as his gift. We spent the afternoon on Saturday putting the grill together so he could grill on Father's Day. Unfortunately, I did not take a video or even a picture of it, but we did grill steak on the grill on Sunday and some Italian sausage to be used later in the week. While we were grilling, the farmer down the road went by on his tractor, and our dogs, Bolt and Misty, decided that the American farmer is somehow a threat to our peaceful life out here. I'm not sure, but they stood and barked at him for a bit. They really should be nicer because he is responsible for the steak that is on the grill at this moment. He is where we buy the majority of our beef and our pork. This black blob in the corner of the picture is the cover that's on our outdoor kitchen, and this is the outdoor kitchen. I purchased it to put our tabletop griddle on. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I call it our fake stone. It also has some prep area, which our grill doesn't really provide, and some storage underneath for things like our extra large, extra long grilling tools. Can't wait to get it completely set up. Monday night, we were supposed to go to a t-ball game for our grandsons. Um, if you've ever experienced this, t-ball at 5 years old is terribly exciting. Unfortunately, it started pouring right before the game, so we used the Italian sausage that we had grilled on Sunday, just tossed them on some buns and heated some green beans. There was no cooking outside on Monday. Tuesday is almost always pizza day on the farm. It's Papa Murphy's $10 day. Actually, I think their price is $10.99 now. But we pick one up nearly every week, and our preferred way to cook it year round is on the grill. So sometimes we're out there in the snow. This time, using the new grill, Mr. Eden figured out he had some adjustments to make. He thinks he needs to heat the pizza stone a little bit longer before he puts the pizza on it because he said this one wasn't quite as done as he liked in the middle. I thought it was delicious. Although we try to cook outside every meal, life does sometimes have a way of challenging us. On Wednesday, Mr. Eden was off for Juneteenth Day, and I was cleaning up some jars of canned meat that had been on the counter. They needed to be washed and labeled so they could go into our storage. I had recently done a series of ground meat. I could easily identify the Italian sausage and the ground pork, but I had 5 jars of unidentifiable ground meat. I thought it could be chorizo or ground beef, so I took it down in the basement and compared it and determined it was ground beef. I brought one of those jars up for Mr. Eden to confirm what I said, and he immediately said, "Well, could it be breakfast sausage?" So now we're on a mission to find out what it was. We decided we were having 1 jar for dinner, so we knew how to label the rest of them. I opened 1 jar and we confirmed it was ground beef. So we turned it into stroganoff and we added some canned baby bella mushrooms and some frozen broccoli. Again, it was delicious. Unfortunately, because of the circumstances of the day, we did have to cook inside. Again, we're not perfect. We are real people with real challenges. I have an incredibly bad back due to a spine injury many years ago, and sometimes it makes life a challenge. I was having a bad back day on Thursday, probably did too much on Wednesday, and so I couldn't even think what to take out of the freezer to cook outside for dinner. So I called Mr. Eden at work and asked him to pick up Culver's on the way home. We don't often eat out, but when we do, Culver's is a personal favorite of mine. I do love their smash burgers. It is one thing I'm going to be learning how to make on our griddle outside. Um, but that is what we had in real life, drive-through food. On Friday, I was still suffering in a great deal of pain, so Mr. Eden suggested we have Subway. He could cook. He does occasionally cook, but he does work away, or he's away from our homestead for about 60 hours a week between work and his commute. So it's not fair to ask him to cook too much, and he does like Subway, so that's what we did. Again, real life with real people. Saturday morning, I went to the chiropractor. I call him Dr. Spinecracker. And on the way home, we stopped at Meijer to pick up some meat. I use the Flash Food app, which, if you're unfamiliar, marks down near dated food to half price, sometimes even less. And by near dated, I mean the sell by date is usually a couple of days away, so they want to get it cleared out and sold before they can't sell it anymore. On this day, I picked up 8 pounds of ground Italian sausage and 8 family packs of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Most of our meat does come from the local farmer, but he doesn't raise chickens and we don't butcher ours for food. I find them to be a little too tough, so I stock up on chicken when I can find it through this app. And even with the pork that we buy from him, we never seem to have enough ground sausage. So I supplement it when I can. And these will have to be packed up and put into the freezer. But we're going to have 1 pack of the chicken for dinner on Saturday. I marinated the chicken in a mix of olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, basil, and oregano. I put it in a vacuum sealed bag and I vacuum sealed it. By pulling the air out, it really allows you to marinate food a lot quicker. So this took about an hour or so before we were able to pop it on the grill, which is a lot faster than 8 hours that is often recommended. We just serve these as chicken thighs with a California blend of frozen vegetables. That is broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. I tossed them in a pot with a little bit of water and heated them on the outside burner of my grill. We also made some extra chicken. We cooked a whole pack from my Meijer haul, and we used about half of it for dinner, and the other half will be used in the upcoming week. I've already started my menu plan for that and know exactly how I'm going to use it. So stay tuned or check in next week and see what I come up with. If you like my videos, please take a moment to hit the like button. And I'd also appreciate it if you would subscribe.